Good evening. Welcome to Trivia Tuesday. Just going to be waiting on a few people to show up. Hello. Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Oh, I like my new name, Sharon. Let's see here. We're just waiting for Marcus to hop on. This is always the fun part. Can everybody hear me okay? Let's see here. Hi, everybody. We're just giving a few minutes. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. Waiting for Marcus to hop in. And then you guys are going to be his phone a friend tonight for the questions. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Happy Thanksgiving week for all of my fellow Americans. Let's see here. I don't see Marcus in here yet. I need a song and dance number. Gobble gobble. All right. Give them a minute or two to join in. It's been a while since I've done this. Hope everybody's doing well. This is my favorite week for dinner, let's be honest. But actually, my favorite is the turkey gravy afterwards. There he is. All right. It's always the question of will it work? And it did.
Let me get this all figured out here.
Not a problem. Take your time. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
You're good. Get that little ring light here to trick people into thinking I'm young forever.
I had to put mine over to the side. It was too bright.
Yeah, I realize that I have a lot of experience with this thing. All right. Ugh.
There we go. Oh, perfect.
There we go.
Wonderful. Thanks for the cowboy look. I love it.
Everybody's a cowboy now, aren't they?
Everybody's a cowboy. Well, I don't know if you remember meeting me. I met you back. I used to do the admin stuff for Suspenders on Button when they used to do the lives. And so I met you back then, but it's been a while. I'm Catherine. Thanks for coming to play.
Hi, Catherine. Good to see you again.
Yes. So I have 20 questions for you revolving around your movies. And then you get 3 options and you get to phone a friend of anybody you want there in the comments.
Okay.
So just
Right.
all in good fun. And what I find most of the time is I didn't know that they had another title, and so I always learn something too.
Great.
Because 90% of them always had another title, right?
Yeah, most of them definitely change titles several times before they make it to air.
Okay.
So very true.
Well, quickly while we're waiting for a few more people, I know that you're going to be on a cruise next month.
Yeah.
And Hallmark Christmas Experience week 4.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cruise, Expedia Celebrity Cruises, January 6th to 10. Myself and Jesse Hutch and Jen Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hallmark Christmas Experience, week 4, December 19th to 23rd. I'll be there with a bunch of other familiar Hallmark faces.
Is this your first fan events?
Um, yeah, pretty much. I've done a couple of small things in the past, like Hardy Family
Oh yeah.
Reunion, and the beloved Bramble Fest
Oh
that the Hallmark guys put on. Uh,
yes, forgot about that. Yeah.
yeah.
My friend Sheila, you met her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sheila's the one I go to. I said I'm going to start asking her to review all of my questions to make sure that I have the right answers. So she's my go-to girl.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I've done those things and they were good, but yeah, this would kind of be a first.
okay. Well, I'm excited to see for week I'm going week 3. I'm going for the Hardee's
Yeah.
weekend. So I'm excited to watch the next 2 weeks to see how it plays out. And I'm watching along on the cruises and everything like that. So they're doing a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Hallmark better step up. This is like the real life manifestation of all their movies. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited to see how much money they're putting into just the theatrics of it all.
Yeah, and my friends already asked me if I was ice skating, and that was a big no. So there goes my Christmas movie debut. All right. Well, your first question is in the movie Team Bride, which was also called A Vintage Bride, who was your co-star?
My co-star was Rhiannon
See,
Fish.
you don't
Um,
even need 3 options.
those are easy questions. I produced that movie, so that one's like top of mind.
If you didn't know it,
Um,
we'd really be in trouble.
yeah, yeah, exactly. No, it was originally called Vintage Bride, which made a heck of a lot more sense than Team Bride. No offense to those that changed the title of that one, but yeah, no, Rhiannon and I were paired up in that. We produced it in my hometown of Edmonton, Alberta, with our Northern Gateway Films banner. So that was a fun
Mm-hmm.
one. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say most of these should actually, you'll be like, I knew that. I knew that. It just cracks me up. Like, I had Jen on last month and she goes, I'm not going to know any of these. And I'm like, yeah, you are. I'm like, and then she was like, oh, I actually did. I'm like, of course. It just memory.
So this
um,
is this is like about all of my movies.
these are about
Okay.
your movies. Yeah, I ask you guys questions about your
This
movies.
will be
So therefore, it's
fun. Like this will actually be interesting to see how much I remember. Let's
well,
do it. Yeah.
true.
One for
Okay.
one.
You starred in what movie with Ashley Williams, Luke McFarlane, and Peter Porte?
Ottoman. No. Notes of
Yep.
Autumn.
And let me know if you want your 3 options.
I get three
But if
options.
you don't want them,
Okay.
we won't do it.
Okay.
Um, you played a seaplane pilot in what movie? And that
Uh,
was Bill
uh,
Morgan.
yeah. Love on Harbor
Yep.
Island.
We will be done in 10 minutes.
I'm the king of my career.
That's good. Well, you and also were the king of literally the king of Hallmark with Christmas movies and other movies last year too. So
Yeah, too many, too many.
um I actually got to go to my first Hardee's reunion this last year, so and I had a blast with that. But what season were you on When Calls the Heart?
2,
Yep.
season
See,
2. Yeah,
let's wrap it up. He won all of
season
them, everyone.
season 2, and then never again. Proposal down on one knee, and then never to be seen again.
you, you know what? It still comes up in fan fiction though, so don't worry. You're still there.
That's great. I somebody gave me a book one time. One of my wife's relatives had a book in her house that was like a Wayne Calls the Heart book, and there
Mm-hmm.
was literally pictures of me in there with quotes that my character had said. It was fascinating to me. I didn't know that stuff existed.
Oh, so not a handmade book. It was a
It looked like something that was being published by
oh, okay.
Walmart or yeah, or somebody. It looked professional.
Well, I know they've got recipe books.
Okay.
I guess I really haven't dug too far into all of their stuff, but I'll have to look for that one.
Yeah, yeah, it was interesting.
Um, A Poinsettias for Christmas with Bethany Joy. This one might get yeah. What year did it originally air?
Years for Christmas would have aired in 2018.
Dang, yeah, you can't be tricked.
I my wife's always but like joking. I can remember like if anything that happened, I can remember down to the month usually, month and year, like going back like 20 years. So
Well, that's why you have a gazillion things going at one time all the time,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is great.
Well, my short term memory is much worse than my long term memory. Strangely, I can't remember where I put things down, but I can remember way back. So
Well, and I don't remember anything that's actually something I probably should know with like real family history, but ask me a Hallmark question and I probably got it. So, um,
valuable information.
yes, I do. With Jen Lilly also starred who else as your ex?
Uh, Jessica
Yep.
Lowndes. Yeah. How many is that? Five?
You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're 6 for 6. I'm not worried. You got them all. And now I'm going to think that I made them too easy. Because usually I'm giving the 3 choices. No, let's see what happens here. What was the first name of the prince you starred as in A Christmas with a Crown?
Charles. No, no,
Nope.
no, 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 no. Oh, Nicholas.
Yep.
Nicholas.
All
Yeah.
right.
I
I'll
produced
give you
that movie
point
too.
five.
See, here's the thing. At this point, I produced, I don't know, like 25% of the movies I've starred in. So you spend so much more time with those scripts and with those movies, both pre-production and post-production. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like, those names, like half of my wardrobe right now has little name tags with all my character names on the tag. Like, I'll pick a shirt out of the closet and it'll say like Nicholas. And like, I have a specific shirt that said that for like the last 4 years. I just haven't taken this tag off that was on there during production. And so that one, I always see that and I go, oh yeah, that was a nice time, that movie.
Well, or you know that you're ready if you ever do an auction type of a thing. They're already labeled, so you know what character it was without having to look too far into it.
They all smell like they've been worn to the gym. Nobody's gonna want those.
You'd be surprised. What was the flower that was highlighted in the Love Stories movie with Aaron? It's in the title, so I didn't want to give it too much away.
Oh, with Aaron
Yeah.
Cahill. I was thinking of
Oh, sorry, Aaron
yeah,
Cahill.
no, I
Yeah,
was
sorry.
thinking of Krakow.
Draco. Yeah.
No, I didn't do a movie code. The sunflower.
Yep. Yes, Aaron was when you or Krakow was when you tried to steal her away. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, yeah.
Noah and Tegan go on a search for a rare snowflake. What was so special about it?
Um, it was the 16-sided stellar dendrite. It was the fusing of two snowflakes, and it was like a 1 in a billion thing.
10-sided, 12-sided, or
I think it was
16-sided?
16. I think it was 16-sided.
No, or sorry, it was 12.
It was 12?
Yeah, but I
Ah.
I actually like yours.
All
But
right.
that can be the
All
sequel.
right.
You can find that missing snowflake. I know you have some upcoming projects. Is there any? I know that Lifetime with Brittany is next month. Is there anything else that you know that's coming up that you can
Uh,
share?
yeah. Which one did you just say? Sir, I'm looking
Oh,
at.
you're
I
gonna.
haven't done a lot of these lives. I'm looking at all these things down here.
Oh yeah.
Share the live video. Follow Rom-Com. Get. Okay. Anyway, sorry. What was the
Engaged.
question?
So engaged. Is it engaged by Christmas? Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Engagement. Christmas with Brittany Bristow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I did see that there's a few more that look like that they're in post production.
Yeah. We got man. We've been working away in Edmonton. And we've got a few in the can right now. One's called Christmas in Alaska,
Mm-hmm.
and that one should be coming out next year on Lifetime probably.
Okay.
The spoiler may alert you to the fact that it is about Christmas happening in Alaska. Um, so that's the premise of that one. Engaged by Christmas with me and Brittany's coming out right away. That one's really fun. Brittany and I have great chemistry, or
Mm-hmm.
so at least Brittany and I agree. Um, we, we we were tickled by our performances. We were like, "This is a good movie right here." Um,
You know what you do, and I don't know how anybody couldn't have great chemistry with her. She is the sweetest heart ever. So, and just in general, but yeah, no, you guys are
wonderful, wonderful human being, and
yeah.
like works really hard, studies the script really hard. We produced that one too, Engaged by Christmas. That's coming out on Lifetime with Brittany and I, and we actually 2 days ago. It was Brittany's idea. It was a great idea. If she sees this,
Okay.
we went and took pictures with Santa to promote the film, and our dragged our spouses along, who just stood off to the side while her and I got pictures with Santa.
Now,
Because we do this in the movie. I'm sure she would want me to say, because we do this in the movie, it's a callback to a scene in the movie. But
um, see, I actually, so I went to Rama Drama in West Palm Beach, and I ended up being Brittany's handler for the weekend. So I spent the weekend with her and
yeah,
Dustin. And I was just gonna say, by spending the weekend with Dustin, I know he wouldn't do anything too quietly in the corner. So
Dustin's got jokes. Dustin's got the jokes. Yeah, no, that's why Dustin and I get along well.
he's great. Yeah. I told him, I said, we need you on screen too. So hopefully he gets talked into it more. So speaking of Brit, what was the title of your guys' Love Club movie?
Oh no, it was Love Club. Um, uh,
It had
what-
Nicole's in it.
Nicole's story.
Close.
Nicole's
No.
Nicole's fixer upper. Nicole's renovation. It was all about. Oh, what is it? Can I do the? Give me the
You can do
options.
that. You can do the three, but I actually kind of like your titles. Nicole's childhood friend, Nicole's mystery, or Nicole's pen pal.
Nicole's pen pal.
Yeah, but I like yours. Let's go with renovation.
That's what we were doing the whole time. I was actually there's a lot of stuff happening in that one.
And I did see that was in the coming soon with some more stuff too, and so I'm excited for that. We'll see
Yeah,
when that gets announced.
yeah, they made some sequels to those.
I gotta say, I get all my stuff from IMBD, so once it's on there, I don't consider it a secret
No,
anymore.
no, not at all. It's all we just want people watching, right? We don't need to
Right? Yeah.
worry about it.
Oh, definitely. In Me and Mr. Right, Nikki, what was Nikki's job? Where her content was always about her imaginary boyfriend.
Yeah, that was she was a podcaster. She was like a relationship podcaster. You see, you're asking me all about the ones that I produce. I love it because I know these inside and out. Yeah, originally it was titled Finding Mr. Right, and Nikki was a yeah podcast relationship expert, and she tricks the audience into thinking that she has a Mr. Right. And then when she's called on it by a rich publisher who wants to make her story into a book, she has to secure a fake Mr. Right for this weekend at his house. And it's sort of like a whodunit, like mystery game of Clue
Mm-hmm.
type premise. And this guy plays her fake boyfriend.
He was the neighbor upstairs who did commercial jingles, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I like had to pretend to play the piano. I do not play the piano, but I just
Well, nailed it.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say if you produced most of these, of course you're gonna know them, but I didn't actually go down that list to see all the ones that you had done the producing on, so I should have gone a little further down maybe. What? And this one's gonna be totally easy for you. What was the family name in Ride?
Austin McMurray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll always remember that because the first scene I shot, we were in this Stampede grounds in Calgary, and we were doing the rodeo scenes with like the bulls. And I go out into the arena, and they had like hundreds of extras, and they all had pictures of my face blown up, and then Austin, like the letters, and it was surreal. I was like, oh man, this would be a much cooler life than mine.
It would a little bit more dangerous though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not willing to pay that price.
I was gonna say I trip over my own feet just walking, so there's no way in my real world. Let's see. In Christmas in Maple Hills, Valerie and Walker worked together to learn about Valerie's relatives past. Who was her relative?
It was her her great no, not her great, just her regular grandmother.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was going to try to trick you with great aunt. Close enough.
that was you could have easily tricked me. I felt shaky about that one.
Well, look, we are down to like only 3 or 4 more, and you've only missed 0.5, so we're great. The original title for From Italy with a oh my gosh, I can't talk today, Amore
Yeah,
was
yeah, that was one of the first ones I produced. From Italy with Amore. The original title was. Hang on, I definitely know this. I
okay.
definitely know this. The thing is too, when we produce a movie, it becomes like what we stamp every single document with,
Yeah.
and we have to. So it's like it should be ingrained. Pasta, for the love of pasta, for
For
the love
the
of pasta.
you know what? And I don't understand why it was changed.
Well, what happens sometimes is you do a title
Yeah.
search and like a
Yeah.
copyright search, and if there's another movie with the same title and it's sort of like a similar premise, then you gotta go with something else. And
Okay.
so
But yeah, I honestly haven't heard of anything called For the Love of Pasta, so I was like, that should have stayed.
I know, I liked it. We still
Um,
call it movie pasta. Whenever we're referring to it in our producing group, we just call it pasta.
do you guys ever not workshop? Well, obviously you workshop them, but do you guys ever do like, oh my gosh, what is it called? When you get people together and set, like basically ask evaluations and stuff like that. What is that called? So,
Focus group. You focus group something.
focus group. Yes, yes. I'm like, it would be actually a lot of fun to focus group on these titles of these movies sometime.
I think what happens most often is the execs at the networks or the distribution company uh, turn their chairs around in their cubicles and focus group it amongst themselves, and then come up with something they think is genius. But um, I think that sometimes they don't turn out the greatest option. I'm often like, that was better than the working title. You think?
Right.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. They
So,
are
or,
lovely people doing important work, though, I should say.
and sometimes you just pull them out of a hat.
Yeah. Yeah,
If
I've had execs come to me and be like, "We got the perfect title. It's gonna be this," and I go, "What? Why is that better than what we're working with right now?" But that's not my department, so.
okay, fair enough. In Romance to the Rescue, who was your co-star?
Um, uh, it was
Dog
oh
movie. We'll give you a
yeah,
hint with
no,
that.
I got it on the yeah.
It's on the tip.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no.
Think
Aaron, Chris, I'm thinking of all my friends from When Calls the Heart
I
because
was gonna say, think Rain
I
Calls the
am
Heart.
I'm blanking on her name right now, and it's killing me because I love her so much. It's just like I'm having a
Oh
brain fart. Oh,
no. Okay.
I can't have you tell me.
You can't. Okay.
My Jersey Shore buddy, Heather Hawthorne Doyle directed, and I was working with. Oh my God, she just had her third baby. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm blanking. I know, like, I can tell you everything about her
Well,
life.
how about if we go with the hint for you got the last
Give
name?
me the initials. Give me the initials.
AB.
Yeah, Andrea Brooks. Oh my goodness.
I was
I just
gonna go
couldn't.
with not a stream, but a brook.
I hope Andrea never sees this. I love Andrea, and I just could not. Oh,
You
yeah,
know what? Nope, she'd probably be there right there with you. Bonus, what other movie did you two star together in?
yeah. What was that one called? We got married, and oh,
Oh, yeah,
we
your
were
freaking wife.
we were young bucks. We were uh, oh, what was that one called? I'm not going to get this one. I'm not going to get this one. Jill Wagner starred,
Yes.
uh, and oh wow, it's autumn something. It was
You're
autumny.
so close.
It was a fall type movie. Fall
It,
wedding.
it was okay,
Autumn
got wedding. So I'm
wedding.
gonna give you point two
In
five.
autumn
A
wedding.
harvest wedding. You know what? At one time, maybe it was just a pumpkin wedding too. So you just
Was that the last one? What did I score?
no,
I did
that
pretty good, I think.
wasn't your last one. You get to redeem yourself.
Who's done the best on this? Has anybody gone undefeated?
No, No.
Good.
But honestly, you're actually doing the best. So, your character's name in a vineyard romance is or was. Let me know if you want choices.
I've done so many Vineyard movies.
Oh,
Um,
that's true.
and there's like three or one series, and then I did a separate
This was
side one.
one that you were the main co-star of.
Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna be harder because Marco DeLuca was my name in the other one. Um, oh, I'm not gonna get this one. Hang on.
Okay,
Hang on,
so
hang on, hang on. Let me think. Let me think. Let me
yep.
think. Let me think.
Oh no, I'm not pressuring you.
I was a baseball guy, and I worked on the vineyard. And Rebecca Olson was my co-star, and it was in Kelowna, and it was 2020. It was August of 2020. This is not the information you asked for, but I'm
No,
hoping
this
this
is
will
great. This is
lead
why
me
we do
to
it.
it. Some white guy name. It was like a Ethan or like a Chad or a Brad or a what was it?
It started with an L.
Oh, Levi. Let
I
start with an L?
it
Hang on,
started
this is fun. Let me get it. Let me get it.
it started
L.
with an L.
There's not that many dudes' names that start with L. I must be able to get this. L,
You're
la,
so
just
close.
I'm saying L. I'm just like just pronouncing the L that you already gave me. Um, L, not Levi. Le, I keep wanting to say Larry, but I would never be named
You know,
Larry in one of these.
dang, I am mad at myself for not giving that choice. All right. So Li.
Le, oh,
Oh,
this is
you're
good.
so close.
Um, l, li, live. I don't know. I don't know. What is it?
Liam.
Oh, ah.
You see right there.
Well, the I threw me because it doesn't really sound like an I.
Oh, my friend Linus. There you go. Linus
Linus.
is definitely have a movie with the character named Linus, please, going
Should have been
forward.
Linus.
Um, in what state was Sweet Mountain Christmas set in?
Um,
Yep.
Tennessee. Yeah.
And here is your last one. So really, 18.5. You're doing awesome.
Oh,
In what movie did you play fiance to Candace Cameron Bure?
this is the first Hallmark movie I
Mm-hmm.
ever did, and it was called Christmas Detour.
Yep.
So,
Awesome job.
woo!
I feel like I really should have gone further down the list now, but I tried to
No,
keep it at 20.
no.
But you could have rocked them all.
I want to be known as the most knowledgeable Hallmark star for my own. I care, and that's why I remember.
Yes, and I will put that when I post this, I will put that in the description.
Good.
So yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what's coming up because I know there's a lot coming up for you. So
Yeah, yeah, lots of stuff on the go, and we'll be promoting as it comes. So,
okay, sounds great. Well, thanks for joining me for game night.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Sometimes.
Have a great night, and
Yeah.
happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the United States.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving
Yes.
from up here in Canada down to all of you.
All right. Have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you,
See ya.
Marcus. Bye.